when the team arrived here, a bunch of barangay personnel jumped out of this van, and it looks like they're now trying to push it inside, because of course it's parked on a corner and that's not allowed. This rider was already warned not to pull out, but look, he didn't listen. Both the driver, passenger, no crash helmets. Judging by their age, I'm going to guess they don't have a driver's license either. And there you go, he just told enforcers he doesn't have the license, doesn't have ORCR. It's crazy because people warned him don't pull out, there's enforcers. He pulled out anyway. This rider just blasted his accelerator when they tried to flag him down. Oh look, there you go, another one. I had to run down the road to catch up. Oh my goodness, he got very, very far. Back right, no crash helmet, driving in slippers. And there you go, the driver just told them he doesn't have a license. That might be why he failed to stop. They have now called for a tow truck and they'll be impounding this. The rider there, no crash helmet, no shoes, no license plate on the back either. Oh look, he has a helmet inside the compartment instead of on top of his head. Walang lisensya, just cell phone. That's not a good sign. So that'll be impounded now. They give themselves away. If he was wearing his helmet and shoes earlier, they never would have flagged him down. They never would have asked to see a license, and he wouldn't be impounded. But now he's lined up perfectly for that tow truck right there. So according to enforcers, when they tried to apprehend this rider, he refused to stop. They were in front of him, then there was another enforcer pulling on the back of the bike. Allegedly he's a police officer. The original reason for stopping him was because his passenger's not wearing a crash helmet.
Wala kang lisensya dala, di ba? Kahit na dala mo pa, paso pa rin naman yung lisensya mo. May ORCR ka. Wala ka rin ORCR. So alam mo na kung ano mangyayari dyan. May impound ka. Sige. Susunod pwede ba? Magpa-renew ka ng lisensya bago ka magmaneho. Tapos, paki-renew mo rin yung ORCR mo, ha? O expired man yan.
Since there's no plate number, they'll use the chassis number or the engine number for the paperwork. I don't know if you'll see it easily on camera, but there's a little girl peeking her head over the handlebars of that motorcycle. Aside from being an excess passenger, she's obviously not wearing a helmet. He's driving in slippers. Can you imagine what would happen if they had an accident? You know the crazy thing? They actually had a helmet for that little girl all along. It was in the box. Why didn't they put the helmet on the little girl until they got apprehended? This is one of the repair and vulcanizing shops that the MMDA previously removed from the sidewalk of R10. And of course it's here again. From what I remember, when the MMDA asked the barangay in this area for help, they were, well, I don't know if I should sugarcoat it, but they were pretty much useless. And I guess that's why it's here again. Imagine you're walking along this sidewalk and then suddenly it just disappears. It became parking for a tricycle, for a motorcycle, for a car. Not only the sidewalk, but look, it even goes into the road and obstructs the first lane. And there's a barrier just to make sure that no one gets close to the car. Kind of ironic because it says no parking, do not block the gate. How about do not block the sidewalk, do not block the road? The tricycle driver is already handing over his license and they're just waiting for the license from the motorcycle and from the car. That looks like the driver of the car is holding his license ready to surrender it. This rider was flagged down for a simple violation of driving in slippers. When they asked him for his license, he's not able to show anything. When they asked him about the plate, he opened the compartment and there it is. Of course I'll have to blur it out. So yeah, they're gonna impound this now. I don't know if they're gonna add the violation of the plate or if it's just gonna be the slippers and driving without license. That rider went past now. Unauthorized helmets, slippers, 3,500 pesos. That's his total penalties. Incredible. Better to buy a real helmet. You'll save money and you'll be safer. Oops, one more motorcycle. Is he gonna stop? No, it looks like he's gonna run maybe. Now you might say, oh, he's just going ahead to pull over at a different place, a safer place. But I can tell you, most of the riders who point and say, I'll just go ahead a little bit, they run away from enforcers. That's the truth. I see it on a regular basis. Look at that rider, very brave. even with all of these enforcers here, he just came across wearing no helmet, no shoes, no license plate. He keeps trying to pull forward, but they forced him to stop. The funny thing is, he's getting angry with them for stopping him. Okay, so there's a plot twist. According to the enforcer, the shown is expired, so that's actually the towing crew pushing it over to their truck now. Someone came out to claim ownership of this tricycle, but said he doesn't have a driver's license. The ORCR expired in 2019. There's no plate on the back. That's the thing with a lot of tricycles. They're driving around, but there's really nothing. And I know what you're thinking, how come there's no one from that gang? Well, actually there is. Apprehended for driving in slippers, no crash helmet, just going nearby though. And of course the plate is accidentally broken, so you wouldn't actually be able to trace it back to anyone.